These are examples of two types of amateur radios. On the left is a typical home base station transceiver that operates on 6 meter to 160 meter bands. The RF gain controls the radio signal level that is received. Too large a signal can overload the receiver, causing distortion or even damaging the receiver. Overload is when the amplifier cannot control the signal. Amplifiers work within a limited range of -1 to 1 volt. The AF gain is simply the volume to the speaker or headset. On the radio to the right is a typical mobile radio that operates on 2 meter and 70 centimeter bands. These bands are in FM signal modes. They are useful because the local repeaters operate on FM mode often. The repeaters allow signals to be repeated and broadcast from much greater distances from ideal tower locations. The local repeaters are usually installed by local amateur radio clubs. This image shows an advanced transceiver which has a spectrum scope display, also called a waterfall display. The top of the waterfall is the current activity, and the bottom of the waterfall is the historic activity on the frequency. It updates continuously. Radio operators can visually check the activity on 2 of the frequencies. The S meter displays the strength of the received transmission. This radio has a built-in CW or Morse code plug for a keyer. The RIT means receiver incremental tuning. This fine-tunes for voice, SSB, single sideband, changing the pitch, or Morse code, CW, to allow adjustment of the tone. The XIT allows transmission on a separate frequency than the receive frequency. Most transceivers require a separate power supply that converts the household AC current to DC current for radio operation. This is a typical handheld radio for 2 meter and 70 centimeter bands. They can be programmed for 200 channels and operate at 5 to 7 watts. Squelch turns the radio off if no signal is being received. Squelch is used for FM modes. PTT is push-to-talk switch, which changes from receive to transmit mode. The switch can be built into the microphone. Transceiver modulates, amplifies, and transmits the radio wave to the antenna through a feed line. The transmitting antenna sends the energy that travels as a radio wave at a particular frequency to a receiving antenna set to the same frequency. From the receiving antenna, the radio wave is sent to the transceiver, which filters, then amplifies the weak signal, and demodulates the radio wave to extract the original signal. Other radio waves do not interfere because the tuned circuits and filters in the receiver. Catch you next time.